What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the all-new Teen Titans issue number 44, Robin Hunt. Look at this cover right here. You've gone too far, Damian, and look at this. That's just my reaction to this issue and this run in general. I'm just so tired anymore of this run, and at the time I'm recording this, there's only we have the annual, and then we have September, October. We have only 4 issues left in this dumpster fire before it finally is put out of its misery at this point. I was hoping things would get better, but things are just kind of getting worse and worse and worse, especially if you're a Damian fan. If you're a Damian fan, pretty much 99% of them do not like this book. I've seen it. I've gotten the comments all over the place, and people are just, even non-Damian fans are like, why would you regress and make him a villain? Or try to do something like that. It doesn't make any sense. And that's pretty much this issue. So I guess we'll go ahead and read through and kind of just skim through, just kind of see where my issues and gripes are. But I'm just so fucking tired anymore. I just am at this point with this book. So again, the issue kind of picks up where we last off. Damian is completely out of character, pretty much, just trying to murder KG beasts. And again, he's acting like he's just some supervillain now at this point. And I feel like there's more going on that we're not aware of, so I'm going to kind of wait and see a bit, because the last time I talked about this, I said there had to be someone kind of influencing him, because this just felt really out of character and just kind of thrown together at some points. And again, we're kind of repeating this, again, if you're making Damian villain, making him cross the line, you made this entire book pointless. And I was hoping that this book would get better. I was hoping things would change for the better with this team and this roster, but it never really did. Ever since the special came out over 2 years ago, God, has it been 2 years since I've been talking about this thing? They never really grew close as a team. They repeated the same arc multiple times. So we had the Terminus agenda. Damian's faced off with Deathstroke. It's is he going to cross the line? And he says no. Okay. And then Red Arrow shoots Deathstroke for reasons which we still don't know. It would have made sense if it was because she was, when they had that whole sequence where they went to hell, and instead of holding Wall, she was holding Damian. It would have made total sense there why she did what she did. But that felt kind of like a last minute editorial change, so we really don't know why this happened in general. So yeah, we had that, and then it seemed okay, killing was crossing the line, we shouldn't do that. They debated it, they thought about it, and okay, so after the Terminus agenda, we're done with this stuff, we're gonna do things better. And then comes the next arc, which was, what was it? You had Crush facing off against Lobo, and then you had the whole crossing the line thing where they actually met the Other, which was a dark reflection of Damian, because it was the heretic who was the Other, remember that? And he's given him a choice to go down the path of the Book of the Damned and all that, and Damian's it's everything I want, but you know what? I refuse. I can't do this. I'm better than all this. Okay, now we've moved past this, and then their teams are okay, we're gonna be better. I'm okay, finally, we're past the darkness and stuff, and then we get Jin War, and you know what happened at the end of that thing? We didn't go Damian's we didn't go far enough. We need to cross the line and all this now. I'm what the fuck are you doing? It's the same arc. Now we're going through it and they're actually following through the villain, which makes the other arc seem completely pointless. So yes, Damian's going there. He's somehow able to beat the team, throwing them around. So it's almost like he's got kind of super strength now, but I don't know. It's kind of whatever. He's facing off against everyone. He's knocking everybody on their ass, by himself, single-handedly. So he makes the other team members seem completely incompetent and useless. So I feel like he's got to be possessed by something. It just doesn't add up. So then he's just kind of rambling on incoherently about how nobody's gone far enough yet. This is not a crossroads. It is a goodbye, and now he disappears on them, and they somehow can't find him for whatever reason. And then we also have Batman going into Mercy Hall, because now he's looking for Damian because of Damian crossing the line, because again, we're going to try and make him a villain in the Batman books. Because and probably next week's annual, he's going to just have him beating the shit out of a 14-year-old kid, because that's what people want to read. And then we also have Black Mask and the other people who were captured by the Teen Titans prison and all that. Now they're actively trying to hunt down the Teen Titans, and turns out that Deathstroke is back. That's right, Deathstroke has said right here, I've already started the hunt. So it's possible that Damian's being influenced by Deathstroke here. Maybe he has some leverage on the team or something like that. That's one of the only ways to kind of salvage this, and maybe he's setting things up to have the team go against him. I could tolerate that a little bit more because it just feels like everything's kind of thrown together. Like, there's a lot that we're still missing. So I'm still going to wait to see what the annual has to say. There's got to be some sort of mind control. There has to be some reason to explain these out-of-character actions. Like, he's like, oh, I crossed the line. I killed Brother Blood. Well, we still never saw it. So if you're going to do that, then show us, damn it. And then we have Emiko and Crush going on, looking for Damian and all that, too, trying to find things. They talk about... Everyone's kind of just looking for him. They got to save Robin. And we also get this shit here. Blah, 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 blah. And if we can't locate him, well, Kid Flash is one of the fastest teams alive. We'll find it. For someone so fast, he sure is slow in asking you out. What? Why would he's out over your head, Red? Oh, God, I don't give a fuck about this romance. Like, why? Like, why are we doing this? Like, why is this now the time to talk about asking somebody out when you're pretty much your former leader is about to go on a killing spree? It's not the time to be talking about this stuff. It should be all action and all, not this. Man, this just sucks. And then Damian's right there. They run him. He's at Mercy Hall. He's talking about, I spent all night meditation. It led me back here. Now you're all afraid of what you've done or what you become, of your past. But if our future is all that matters and our future is ours to mold, Brother Blood and his cult, we're going to kill thousands. I stopped him forever. And again, I stupid thing. Let's skim through to the panel so I can read it. The message has been sent. They fear us now. And I think that's what scares you all the most. Here's what I know. You've got us all bugged. Unbelievable. You don't want it on your side. You want us under your thumb. Heroes don't kill Robin. Robins don't kill. Well, except for Red Hood guy. We want to help you, and that's what we'll start with. Bring you in. You see him there. Robin. And then it's over, and then we kind of get here. Batman's like, the Teen Titans are finished. And that's how we end the issue, leading into the annual, which is going to be the one that's going to be the most dreadful of all. So there's no good sense of a tragedy. It's not even like a good tragedy or anything like that. It's just a terribly handled storyline. This run has been a slap in the face. If you're a Damian fan, it shits all over his development, and it's basically vilifying him for the Bat books. The only hope with his character is that Tomasi's going to be starting to write him, and I'm pretty certain, I can't speak on behalf of Tomasi, but if you were him and you spent all these years developing Damian's character, and then some other writer and editorial comes in and just takes a big shit on that, I'd be pretty pissed. So I'd be probably antsy, itching to get my hands back on the character that I helped mold to something noble and heroic, just to fix the mess that's been done. If anybody can fix it, Tomasi's it. If he can't fix it, nobody can. So this run has been just bad for the character, and I was holding out hope. I was pretty forgiving of this run at the start. I had issues for sure, and I didn't like the character regression. I never have, but I was willing to give this thing a chance. But it's been over 2 years, and we now know how this book is going to end. Superboy is pretty much going to abandon them, and that's going to be it. It's ending in November, and then Damian will be off being some sort of villain, anti-hero. Well, probably just villain for a while. I don't like the idea of him being a villain or an anti-hero, because I feel like that goes against development, and it makes everything seem pointless, and you're basically telling your audience that people are incapable of changing for the better. But yeah, so that's this issue in a nutshell. Again, as an issue on its own, it's rehashing the same arc over and over and over again. We still never saw what happened with Brother Blood, so I feel like we're still kind of missing pieces, because there has to be more of an explanation. It just can't be like he crossed the line without us actually seeing it happen. And again, crossing the line again, what was the fucking point of the Terminus Agenda arc where they were trying to overcome that, or the thing with the other? But now all of a sudden, even after the whole Jin War thing, it's like, we didn't go far enough. What is going on? What's with the inconsistent writing here? Where's the character arc? Where's the development? Where's the betterment for change? No, this whole Teen Titans run exists to justify taking the Robin mantle away from Damian and making him a villain. That's pretty much what I'm getting from this book. And yeah, just to make a new Bat villain, I guess. I don't know who's behind this. It's got to be editorial. It's the writers, editorial, and then somebody else. We'll blame Bendis for this too, because everybody seems to blame him for everything. Ever since he came in, we lost the Super Sons, and then we got this crap. So I'm just going to partially blame him because it's easier to do. I don't know if it's his fault. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? It doesn't matter. But the other characters are kind of the same shambles. Jin's gone, so I guess that's a good thing. We don't need any more of her. Roundhouse, who just did all this stuff and never really faced any repercussions for it. It was just like he was forgiven right away. Kid Flash is just a complete waste of a character in this book. He's such a nothing character in this thing, and it's kind of a shame. He was supposed to be the moral compass of the team, but really never did anything. Red Arrow / Emiko Queen killed Deathstroke, and they never got an explanation as to why she did that, but she did it, and that's it. We never figured out why she did. We still don't know why, and it just is annoying. Like, are we not going to find out by the time this book is done? There's only a few issues left. Can we at least, like, have a conversation about it, why she crossed the line in the first place? No, we didn't. And now Slade is back, so I guess they're going to face each other. And I hope they at least acknowledge it. But yeah, again, it's just really dumb. I don't give a damn about her romance with Wallace or whatever they're going to do with that. There's only like 3 issues left, and then this book's going to go into limbo. So maybe they'll just do what they did with him and Raven, just completely drop it all together, which would be for the betterment of the book, because it just feels kind of tacked on and forced. Crush is just kind of there at this point. She's just angry at everyone and Damian. And again, Damian did a lot wrong in this book. And again, I blame just writing it because, writing and editorial put them in this situation in the first place. But this book could have been really good. And that's the sad part of it all. It could have been great, but it was really like nothing good was coming from it. It was literally all about like character regression. There was no growing as a leader. There was no learning from past mistakes and doing things for the betterment, because that's what, would make sense in a character arc. But it's just padded on, and just to kind of take him out of this book and just probably relaunch this thing next year, or do some sort of villainous anti-hero role like in Batman Beyond. I don't like what they did in Batman Beyond. I really, really don't. Sure, he's better. Why would he go back to the League of Assassins where he was abused as a child? It doesn't make any sense to me. This book doesn't make any sense to me. It really, really doesn't anymore. And again, I'm just kind of rambling and ranting and just whatever. The artwork is nice. I'll say that. The cover photo, it still has his face looking weird, but again, I'm more ranting at this as a Damian fan. I am a little bit biased, but even if you're not, you can kind of see like why a lot of people have issues with this book in particular. It's just not something that I think has done these characters justice. I don't think it's done any bit of justice. And it is a real damn shame, because we really should have had these characters in a better place at this point. After, 27 or 24 issues or something like that? Well, then you got the crossovers and that. So, like over 20 plus issues with this team, things should be better, but they're not. They just aren't all together, and it's just going to get worse and worse. And it really does suck. It really does suck. I was hoping things would get better with this book when Glass left, and maybe it seemed like things would get better, but they ultimately just got worse. It really just got worse. And I think it's a real shame that the Teen Titans started out promising, and then it just ended up faltering into this incoherent, disgusting mess of a book. These aren't heroes. These are pretty much all like villains. They don't live up to the name and legacy of the Teen Titans. And this run will go down in infamy as probably one of the most disliked at this point. I think it started out strong at the beginning of Rebirth, because I'm going back and reading and carving those, like, wow, this is so much better than what I'm reading now. And I feel bad for the Percy run now. Like that run, had some gripes with it, but like reading the first arc again, I'm like, wow, this is really good. And then we get this thing, and it's like, wow, this is really shitty. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this issue. I don't know how long I've been rambling on this thing, but I am disappointed on it. So I guess that's all I have to say. What are your thoughts on this issue? Let me know in the comments section. I appreciate everybody watching and talking about this. I got some more Teen Titans videos coming up. I'm going to be covering like more of the start of the other books from the beginning of Rebirth up until kind of like we're to the Teen Titans special, basically where it pretty much the whole mess started, and the crossovers in between. So I'm going to start doing that. I also want to give a special birthday shout out to my friend Tevya Smolka, who's been on the channel a bunch of times. So happy birthday, Tevya. I hope you're having a good birthday. And yeah, so next week we're to talk about the Teen Titans Annual, which is the one that we've been dreading for a long time. That's the last time you'll see Damian as Robin, either ever again or probably for a few years. I don't know. It seems like Tim Drake's going to be Robin again. So yeah, it's just not good if you're a Damian fan. That's what I gotta say about this book. It's not good if you're a Damian fan, or really if you're a fan of any of these other characters. It's just been bad for all of them. This is not the Teen Titans. This is mini Suicide Squad or some shit like that. It just isn't very good. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. I appreciate you all for watching. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications, like this video, share it with everyone. Share it. Please, be sure to share. And as always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.